Dr. Paul, Linda was asking about dry mouth. What was your
Mm-hmm.
question again? He can now hear you, Linda.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
especially hi, how are you?
Good.
Especially at night. I wake up sometime, my tongue is stuck to the roof of my mouth. So
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to figure out, like, was it something that I ate? I know somebody had told me it could have been the medication or
Yeah,
whatever, but
that definitely sounds like a side effect from medication. Yeah, you can have a lot of side effects from medication that can cause those very simple things. So you really have to just, kind of bear with what's happening. Make sure your water is up to date. How's your water? Is your
water's
water
pretty
good
good. Like
throughout
that
the
crystal
Mhm.
crystal glazer with
geyser?
Geyser, Crystal
Mhm.
Geyser.
geyser.
There you are.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
know, and I can't find any small bottles. I can only get the gallons.
Mm-hmm. Well, the place we go to is Big Lots would have that if you need it.
Where's that at?
Big Lots. Anyone just punch in Big Lots, closest Big
Oh,
Yeah.
Lots to me. Big
okay, all
Lots.
right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can find it. Now, side effect medications. You got to look at the medications. Make sure you go to your medications and look to see what the side effects are. Dry mouth usually is one. Dehydration also happens because remember, the medications are suppressive therapy. So suppressive therapy does a lot of stripping of minerals out of the body, makes the body acidic. So in that case, it's going to make you dry mouth. Some of the things that you can do, aloe vera gel does a lot of good. Let me tell you, a lot of good green drinks, aloe vera gel, things like that. Mm-hmm.
And green drinks, you said?
Yes.
Yep, green drinks. Yep, because you're replacing the minerals. You got to replace the minerals. That's why the greens are always going to sort of deal with everything that you're dealing with. So blood pressure, diabetes, issues with heart rhythmic issues. That's why the green drink is always your foundation. So if you got anything going on, we start with the green drink first and then we move forward.
So now,
Okay?
what is a green drink?
Okay, green drink would be a combination of all that is land and sea. Best of the land, best of the ocean. Now, are you familiar? I have a green drink. Have you ever seen my green drink?
I never seen anything green, nothing. No.
Okay, so you probably want to go to my website. Okay, it's shop.drpaulherbs.com. So you're new to the station coming in?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Okay.
so you would need a green drink. Hydrogen is the greatest source of energy in the universe. This is definitely what's happening. You're in a state of acid. When you're having dry mouth, the body's in a state of tearing down on the cellular level 10 to 20 times faster. So what do you have to do? You have to alkalize. How do we alkalize? We alkalize by feeding the body all that is with energy, all that is life. So watch the refined sugar, refined salt, refined oils. I would download the top 10 toxic foods on my website, and then you stay away from those and avoid them like the plague. So before you do anything, you got to make sure your water's right. Number two, you got to make sure you're getting enough water. And the other one is definitely stay away from those top 10 toxic foods. Okay.
Oh, okay. And how about this alkaline water they talk about? Is that any good?
Okay. Now the alkaline, you have to determine, this is your first time. So I'm going to break it down for those who are listening for the very first time. Alkaline is just the style for understanding. It's just frequency within a certain range. Alkaline is between 6.5 and 7.5 on the pH scale. Got it?
Okay.
Alkaline water, when they advertise alkaline water, that's usually what's called reverse osmosis.
Yes.
Got it? Reverse osmosis, which means it's a form of distilling where they take the water and they basically are distilling it. But we don't want that water because you're removing or manipulating the number one source of energy in the universe, which is hydrogen. Got it? So you want to stay away from purified, filtered, reverse osmosis, and distilled waters. Got it? You got to stay away from those because if they manipulate the hydrogen, you just manipulated the greatest source of energy in the universe. Now, when you manipulate that, you just destroyed the water. So that's acid water. When you drink that water, now it's going to spin you into an acid spin, and then it's going to cause things like dry mouth. But it's also going to say, well, wait a minute, I need some alkaline. Where am I going to get the alkaline? I'm going to pull it from your bones. I'm going to pull it from the calcium out of your hip, your knees, your joints, your ligaments. You're aching all over now. Got it? So it's a state of the body going into a bad spin. Got it? And that spin is acidosis.
Okay. So even if I use the distilled water in my CPAP machine, that could be doing it too?
Hey, it could be very much. Absolutely. But remember, the whole purpose of the CPAP machine is that you're using distilled water because it doesn't want to rust the parts. See, that's the only reason that distilled water is used. It's either used for machinery or biological experiments. That's the only time, because I need flat water. I don't need any minerals. If I hit minerals, I can get what's called oxidation after a while. That means things start to tear down. So that means the metals start to tear down. So you don't want no minerals. You want flat water. That's why you have to use the CPAP water for that. It has to be flat water. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So that could very much be causing your dry mouth. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Paul, this is Carmela.
Okay,
Can we talk about the variants now before I have to hang up in another half hour? Can we talk about the new variants you said you was going to talk about?
Right. There's two. Write it down. Here it is. It's the BA
Yay.
dot 4. BA.4. BA.4. That's the one. And the BA.5. Okay.
That's the Omicron one?
Yep. Both of those are Omicron. But the other one, the latest one, is called the BA 2.75. Got it? That's the one. That's the one that's really starting to make its move, and it was detected in California and about 6 other states. Got it? So that's the one they're concerned about because it's moving for the fall. You remember I told y'all we work in seasons, and you got to already be thinking about the next season. If we're in summer, you got to already be thinking about fall. You got it? So the BA5 just went 1 week after we've been dealing with that BA.5, because we just finished talking about that, right, Big B? We just
just on Sunday we were talking about that.
We just finished literally 2 days ago.
Yes.
Start talking about the BA.5.
Yes.
And I told you, watch out for the BA.5. That's the one that's about 70% of the detected cases in the U.S. is the BA.5.
Right.
But here comes the BA.2.75. It's a large number of mutations. This is what they listed it at. They listed it as large number of mutations with an S.
Wow.
This is
Wow.
This is where I was looking at this like, you got to be kidding me, man. This looks like a storm coming at us. And it's compared to the sister. They call it compared to the Omicron lineage. These adaptogens allow the virus to bind onto cells more efficiently. So that means it's going to be harder to get rid of this stuff. You know, when your system is down, this stuff stays in your system longer. So the BA2.75 is, matter of fact, it was first. Get its numbers, because you know the numbers of the BA mean where it comes from. This one came out of India. Okay, this came out of India. So if you're wondering where the origins are, yes, it is India.
Oh, okay.
Got it? Now, the cases are in places like Arkansas, California. Mostly it's in the Midwest right now. It's not too much this way. I don't think there has been one detected on the East Coast yet. Matter of fact, there was one in New York. Okay, there's 2 cases, one in Illinois, New York, North Carolina, Texas, Wisconsin, and Washington State. In Washington State.
Yep.
Do we know anything about the symptoms?
Sure. Yeah, same thing. But remember, I just mentioned it binds to the cells stronger. So the sequence is going to mean that it's going to have more variants and there's more mutation. So there's more subvariants. The last one was about oh my goodness. If you're talking about how many variants may have been in there, they said some of them may be as high as 50.
Wow.
in there.
So
Wow.
will our boosters protect us from this new variants that's coming out?
What was that? I didn't miss that
Well,
question.
This Carmela. So will the boosters that we got with, this
Mm-mm.
COVID,
They already came out and made that announcement. They already
Mhm.
made the announcement that they're not going to work. That's
Okay.
exactly.
all right.
Yep.
Thanks, Dr. Paul, for this
Okay.
information. That was great.
No problem. No problem. No problem at all.
Is
Now, Dr.
natural
Paul,
immunity.
hold on. Dr. Paul.
Yep.
All right, because I know I have my friend here next to me, and I know that it's going to be a continuation of everybody that wants to talk. So everybody got, we got wait a
Well,
second.
go ahead. We'll
All
get
right,
you
so
if
here we
you're,
go.
if you're on the phone.
I'm gonna chime
Go
in. I
ahead.
got you. We on the style here.
Okay.
So, the first thing is I want to advertise the fact that first of all, I thank God for you, number one, and I want to also number one acknowledge the fact that God has been in His ministry that you have operated in for over 20 years, and I congratulate God, number one, and for you to be as a vessel being used by Him, and
Thank
then
you,
number
brother.
two, Amen, and then
Mhm.
number two, to God be the glory that I actually obeyed the instructions of what you told me to do when I was in this session with you, and also I'm spreading the word to bring people to Wayne Avenue Health Store, and God has blessed me in that way, so I can continue the journey where I'm going there, and that's why I said I've never got coronavirus. I've never got any type of disease because I've been up to tip top shape with my immune system,
All right, brother.
and building
All
that
right.
thing up. And
Mhm,
now,
mhm.
the Ganoderma keep on doing that, bro. People are calling me and recognizing who I am, bro. Gano Gold is gonna blow up. So, that's the next
We're
thing
gonna
is
call it Farukaderma.
pretty sure.
Oh, Farukaderma. You got that Farukaderma? Yeah, that's right. We got you, brother. I
Hey,
got
man,
you,
hold on.
man. I told
and-
you, I got you.
Amen. And then another thing is, I have a friend next to me. Her name is Carmen, and she would like to wonder a few things, and she can explain herself.
Hello, how you doing, Dr.
Hey,
Paul?
Carmen, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. I just have a question. So,
Keep the phone still.
okay, I have a question that I got hit by a car 2013, and then I'm taking medication. So now I'm trying to go herbal.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's a it's like, for instance, I'm taking seizure medication. I never had a seizure, but to
Mm-hmm.
prevent.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to know if there's a herb that's something similar, that something like.
Yeah, so Carmen, let me help you, Carmen. What you got to do first, because you're on something that intense, okay? You would need an assessment first, okay? Because not an herb can correct the problem. We have to think holistic now.
Yes,
Got
yes,
it?
yes,
So
yes.
even if I gave you an herb, you got to know how to take it. You got to know what the lifestyle that goes with that. That means the water. You got to watch the foods you're eating, things like that. So I would suggest you get an assessment, okay? Now you can start off with an assessment. Come on in, get an assessment done. We can see where you are, get tested. We have this thing called the RM3A, full body analysis, along with the urine analysis. We call it the works. Or you can start off by giving a phone consultation, set up a phone consultation, and then we can talk it out and I can help you with some of the fundamental basics. But you need fundamental basics before you move forward, okay? But yes, across the board, we can help you with everything you got going on, okay?
Okay, and also I would like to know, what is the address to your place? Because I would like to meet up with you, or to see you in person.
I got you.
Right. I missed that first part. What did you say?
I would
Yeah,
like to see
what-
you in person. So,
Go into the address, Dr. Paul,
Oh, the address?
as to
Okay.
where you're located.
Okay, sure. I'm at 7804 Montgomery Avenue. And that's, yeah, you got it. Farouk, you got it. You got it.
I got
Get that number for her.
Also, yes, I know.
I can forward it to you.
Yeah, forward it to Farouk has all my information, okay? and just set up a consultation. Start with a phone consultation first, okay? And we'll take it from there, okay?
Okay, and also I have another question. Do you take insurance or do I have to pay out of pocket?
No, you got to pay out of pocket because we don't deal with drugs, okay? Everything is natural, organic, holistic. So I don't deal with no drugs at all. Nope.
Okay.
Nor do we try to rip, burn, or cut nothing out.
No, that's right.
No, but
All right.
Paul, going back to the dry mouth.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, Carmen,
Hold on,
thank you
hold
so
on.
much. Hold on. Thank you, Carmen. I appreciate you. All right. I'll look for a call from you, okay?
no,
All right.
how much
All right.
it costs, Dr. Paul?
Yes. Okay,
How
we got to
much
go.
it costs?
Yes, we got to go. So, but Farouk will give you everything you need, okay?
We don't give prices out online. You have,
Yeah, we don't give prices out
and his
online,
staff will
okay?
give you the
All
cost.
right. Yeah, he'll give you everything you need. Just give him a call, okay?
Okay, thank
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank
Make sure you mute yourself, Farouk.
All
All
right.
right.
All right.
Okay,
so
buddy.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Farouk. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah.
get some chats. See who's on the chat right
Yeah,
now.
as a matter of
Big
fact,
Dick.
I have a chat question here, which is really, I think, may go with what's because Cecilia is the next up in the corner, but she had put in the chat a two-part question, which is there anything else for poor circulation besides butcher's broom, and what can you do to cure vertigo?
Yeah, butcher's broom. There's also what's called horse chestnut. Okay. You also have celery. You have celery root. Okay, that's another one.
Okay.
You have also any of the pau d'arco. Okay, dandelion. These are all circulatory herbs. Stone root, juniper berries. Got it? So all of those are circulatory, along with butcher's broom. Hawthorn berries. Most herbs are diuretics. So it keeps it moving. So you got to move this lymphatic system. Ain't God good? And if I make an herb, I'm going to make it move your lymphatic system.
That's right.
Because that's the sewer system of your body. I told y'all what's happening right now, what's under attack is your lymphatic system. When people are backing up, we are literally, people coming in are literally, they can't get it in and you can't get it out.
Yes.
And that means, and this is overwhelming, Big B, the gut's out of balance. So we're eating, and it's not going anywhere. It's just backing up the system. You got it? So,
That's right.
so keep that in mind. So those are the circulatory. What was the second part of the question there?
About vertigo.
Vertigo, you got to make sure you're structurally sound. Make sure you don't have any misalignment issues. I would start there first. Usually vertigo starts with some lines of pinched nerve in the 1-2, cervical 1, C1, C2, atlas axis, usually around that area.
Right.
So I would make sure before you start doing anything. Now, if you go to a chiropractor and they check you out and you say, well, there's not a structural issue, then you definitely know it's what you're eating. It's too, you're eating too many foods that are causing inflammation. Got it? So that means refined sugar, refined salt, refined oils.
Right.
Got it?
Okay. All right. You still there? I think she dropped out. Okay. All right. Then here. Okay. Then let's go here to Jonas says I'm going for surgery in my abdominal area in October, and it'll leave a pretty bad scar. Is there anything I can do so that the area won't be, to reduce scarring?
Yeah, vitamin E, of course. Immediately, not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul, y'all. I forgot to say that. So it's got to be vitamin E, aloe vera gels, things that heal the skin. No shea butter. Okay. Whenever you have, this is something that a lot of people don't know, but if you have a scar, do not put shea butter on there. Did y'all know about that?
Oh,
No.
Yeah. Do not use shea. Reason why shea butter helps the acceleration of growth. And that's what happens when you have a scar. You can get what's called keloids.
yes.
Got it?
Okay.
And if you have a keloid or a scar, remember, shea butter accelerates the growth, but you already accelerate fast. If you're melanated, that's what, people that get the keloids are, of course, people of Africa, African-American people. We get those scars and they overgrowth. That's just the overgrowth. That means it's healing too fast. It's overgrowth. So that means it starts to root. In some cases, it roots and rises up and can be very painful. You ever see anybody who ever had like maybe a brand on their arm from a fraternity?
Yeah.
That's a keloid.
Yeah.
And what happens is that can be very painful. So if you're getting an operation or if you had surgery or something, do not use shea butter. You can use what do we say? Tea tree oil, lavender oil, aloe vera gel, sea buckthorn. Yep. Those are all, they will bring it down, especially that lavender, because the lavender cools. You just add lavender to everything and it cools the skin. Okay. So those are all good.
Is it okay to put shea butter on your face?
Right. Remember what I just said now. It's not for
not
cuts.
if you have a scar. No,
Right.
not for cuts, just for moisturization.
Right. That's what it's supposed to. Right. That's why it accelerates all of the good cells. So that's why it's good for anything else. Anything else is good for. So that's why it will probably do better than any of the butters that are out there. Because yes, it is good for the skin. Yes, absolutely. All right.
Where in the area around here can you get sea buckthorn?
Herbal stores have it.
Okay.
Yep, they got it. Yep. You can get it in gel caps. You can get it in the liquid. You can get it in tinctures. You can get it in just about every form you can think about.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. Margaret up in the corner. Margaret.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Dr.
Hey,
Paul.
Margaret, how you doing?
I'm going well. How's everyone?
Just fine. Just fine.
Good.
For everybody who does not know, Margaret's got the best move of everybody when it comes to the desk. Just thought I'd bring that in.
What's up?
Thank you.
All right. Go ahead, Margaret.
Okay, so I did put my question in the chat, so I can now just read it.
Yes.
Asking for a friend, and I know this comes up quite a bit, but they're asking for some more clarification. The question is, what can be used for sciatic nerve pain after you have already seen a chiropractor, and other than comfrey ointments or the comfrey tea, what other options are there specifically for the pain?
Well, if you still have pain after you've gone from a chiropractor, then you got some work to do, because really what's happening, they can help you to move that. You make sure you're structurally sound. But if you're still having pain, that's inflammation. First thing I would do is start testing your pH, and I get a lock on where is your pH. Because if you're still...
Yeah, the pH came in for this particular individual, I believe at 6.7-ish.
Yeah, so that means they still got something pinching over there. They still got a pinched nerve, and that could be something of a process that takes a while. So you got to build the back up. God created the body that the muscle would hold the spine in place. But after years and years, it could have been an accident. It could be a bulging disc. It could be many things that are causing that inflammation. So it sounds like a structural issue. And when you have a structural issue, you can do things that can help to relieve the pain. One thing that happens right where you turn like this, where you turn, is that lower back you're talking about, by the way, because you said sciatic, right? So that's L.
Yes.
Okay, so that's L4, L1 through L5. So what's happening when they turn like this, there's a pocket of water back there. So things like MSM do really well. MSM.
She's taking MSN. She is on that on a daily basis.
Right.
So.
And then what she got to do, she got to build the back up. That's the challenge. See, we do a lot of stuff and we have weak backs. See, until you can actually get support where it's supposed to be, it's always going to fall. That's why people have the teeter-totter machine. You got one, remember, Karen, you got the one you flip upside down.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to get relief because it's still pressing on that nerve. And no matter what people want to do, you can take every herb in the world and do chiropractic left and right. But if you're not getting and building that back, you're still going to have that problem. Gravity is your biggest problem. Gravity is going to press on that nerve. So that's why frequent times of building the back, lower, squatting, things like that. Is she doing any exercises like that?
She does a lot of stretching exercises.
Not stretching, building. You got to make sure stretching is important, but building.
You mean like
that.
strength training?
You got it. You
Yes.
got it. Strength training means like squats. There's light squats, not all the way down, but there's lower back exercises. If you go to YouTube, there's a ton of lower back exercises that you can do.
Okay.
That I would suggest, because if she's going to the chiropractor, she's taking all the things that she's doing, her pH is on point. Then the only other issue is a structural issue. She's still got it. Something's touching there.
She's listening to everything you're saying. So
Okay.
Yeah, you still got a structural issue there. So you got to build that back. And that can be, based on whatever the chiropractor said. Is it a pinched nerve? Is it a misalignment? If there's something else going on there, is this just wear and tear? Because it's funny because Dr. Lenny always says that it's like a tire. It's like you got the wear and tear of a tire. You're never going to get it all back, but you can get some mobility back.
Yes.
And some support back. So you got to get as much support back there as much as possible. Let me see if I can pull up some lower back exercises. That may be something that can help. Okay. But yeah, that's what you want to do. Okay.
Thank you. The next question I have, this is something that you said there's no such thing as a dumb question. So
you didn't give us a heads up now. Here it come.
Right. I was watching a commercial the other day, and they're promoting, these pharmaceutical companies are promoting Botox for migraine headache.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, are you kidding me? And then they talk about all the side effects, which are like ridiculous. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's like, why would a pharmaceutical create such a horrible drug? I know it's about the money, but
money, bottom line.
I know, but I just
they've been doing that for a few years. I've had patients who had issues and they had Botox, so they've been doing that for a few years for migraines.
Yes, and you know what the original, what Botox was really for?
I think I know, but I'm not sure.
No, what?
Tranquilizer. He was getting ready to fall asleep. I just want to ask you, out there recommended Botox for headaches?
Well, it was actually originally for eye twitching. Like the eye twitching, like people have eye twitching. Yeah,
these are migraines now, and
the side effects show things like in other areas. They tend to do that, and then that to me is
not with no Botox.
Sheila, can you mute, please? Thank you.
Yeah, I got her. Okay. So yeah, it was actually for twitching, eye twitching. Like when the eye twitches, things like that. When they
yeah, and now I think a lot of people get the shots in their face to plump up. I'm like, no. Who does that? All right, I just had to bring that up as a warning to like people to not go there. That's all.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of weirdness going out of it. So they'll look at the side effects of it, that somebody lost weight or something weird, and they say, oh well, you can take Botox for that too. So that's what they usually did, but it was originally for like eye twitching and for wrinkles, That's what they really started it off for. It was for caring for wrinkles and trying to pull that out of there by making the skin, smooth again. So, yep. That's what up. So good question. That wasn't dumb. That wasn't a dumb question.
I know. It just seemed like a dumb thing when you listen to all the side effects that it
maybe
it may sound that way.
Maybe maybe what they're doing is sounding dumb, but not you.
Thank you so much, Dr.
All
Paul.
right. Thank you so much.
Put that out there. So make sure people don't go there with that particular drug. It just seems so horrible. So thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Good stuff.
Okay.
Good stuff. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Dr. Paul, what can one use for hoarseness?
Hoarseness.
Yes. What I can't do right now. I don't know what I'm doing.
What are you talking about? Yeah, one that's really good. I do a combination, and this is for hoarseness, and it really works. And that's a combination of alfalfa, not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. I take a tea. I take a hot tea of alfalfa and nettle. And those are the two combinations. Mm-hmm. Then, because we call it the singer's tea, or the old Indian is called the singer's syrup, and that's the old Indian wild cherry bark syrup. But I'm going to say definitely going back to the alfalfa, nettle, and also chewing ginger root. So if you have like a hoarseness, or you're someone that's in public speaking, and you're always talking, that's a good one for your voice to get it right back. Ginger will do it. You can just take the ginger root, cut small pieces off of it, and just chew it. That's what I've always done. And you can get your voice back real quick that way. Nettle, though, is excellent because it deals with the larynx, specifically with the larynx, and you drive it with the alfalfa. So you give it the energy punch with the alfalfa, and it pushes it right to the larynx. So it gives the strength back. That's what we give a lot of the pastors, like the pastors that preaching, like Reverend Bill over there.
Wow.
Yeah, we give a lot of pastors, people who are speakers, who are always in front of folks a lot, leaders of organizations that do a lot of speeches, or singers, a lot of singers. We give that to them. Okay. All right. What else you got?
The water, just really quick. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Mm-hmm. You're on the phone. Who is that? Who is that on the phone?
Yeah, this on the phone. Yeah. How are you, Dr. Paul?
All right. Who is that?
It's Pam.
Hey, Pam.
Okay,
What's
Pam.
Up? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just really quick. We always talk about the water, and I understand it's probably kind of annoying.
Don't say it's a dumb question. Go ahead. You are right.
Well, my son drinks, he's a grown man, but he drinks a lot of alkaline. And we had this discussion about the water. And I was trying to go back to a lot of the questions you had, or information you had. So with people that drink the actual alkaline water, he drinks it a lot. Actually has a lot of joint and knee pain all the time, although he is a barber. And should you drink it in moderation, or is it okay just to specifically drink the alkaline water? Okay.
Yeah, you got to watch. And I talked a little bit about this. Maybe you weren't on, but yeah, you got to watch the reverse osmosis. That's what it is.
Right.
Yeah. See, that's what those style water, I call them style waters, because they got the style bottles. They got the alkaline. No, don't do it. Don't do it. See, remember, anything that's reverse osmosis, they've taken it, distilled it, and then they add electrolytes for energy, which, wait a minute, what is the electrolyte they're adding? Cheap white salt. How about that? So it cannot hold the charge. So when you open that bottle, it's losing charge. So they might have put it at an 8.5 or 9.5. By the end of the day, though, that thing's going to be flat. You got it? And you don't want that unstable type of water in your system. You really want something that can stabilize. And that's why we say get the spring water bottle at the source.
Yeah.
Never loses its
Right.
charge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank
Yeah. I know it's a but the proof in the pudding is going back to the joints. If his joints are aching, that's why.
Oh.
Too acidic. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Dr.
All right. Thank you.
What's the difference between vitamin C and ascorbate versus pure weight vitamin C?
Yeah. Ascorbic is a synthetic. That's why we want to stay away from ascorbic or ascorbates that comes from synthesized.
Okay.
They're synthesized. Yep. And that's like when you go back to the origins of who came about this, it was this scientist named Georgi, right? And he came up with this concept that, he was saying, well, you got ascorbic and then you have the vitamin C. So what's the difference? So he proved and showed that when you get when you see vitamin C, pure vitamin C, you get, say for instance, you get the circle, which is the antioxidant, and the inside of the circle is the nutrients. So you get nutrients and antioxidants. That's how nature works. Feeder and fighter.
Yes.
Feeder and fighter. Got it? Whereas ascorbic acid is just like the circle without the nutrients. Now you got it? That's the difference. So it's just the antioxidant property that they took. So Dr. Georgi took it and said, all right, well, let me work with this ascorbic acid. But when he took the ascorbic acid and gave it to people who had things like scurvy, which was vitamin C deficiency, nobody got well. It wasn't until he added the citric acid to it, which is the nutrient, to the antioxidant, and that's when people started getting well. So what does it mean? You got to have a feeder and a fighter. So that's the difference between ascorbic acid and vitamin C. Got it? One's a feeder and a fighter.
All right. Let's go up in the corner for Jared. Jared? You there? Jared Anthony. Okay, how about this one, Dr. Paul? Jared's not there. So is it feasible to use different herbs associated with different body systems that you have challenges with?
Say that again now.
Is it feasible to use different herbs associated with different body systems that you have challenges with? That's
absolutely. That's right. What's the best herb? The best herb is the herb for you.
That's exactly
it.
Right.
That's exactly it. So whatever you have that's going on, some people say, well, what's the best herb? The best herb is the one for you, the one that helps to bring you back into balance. That's your key. It's not the strong man is not the one that has the most stuff, or the strong woman is not the one with the strong stuff or the most stuff. That's why I tell y'all, stop buying everything. You don't have to buy everything. Just buy the right stuff.
The one that works for you.
When you buy the right stuff, because your body cannot. Somebody just went to the bathroom.
Oh no!
I don't know.
Let us pray.
Somebody just went to
Oh my. Okay.
Yeah, y'all special kind of folks, boy.
Only the family, Dr. B.
Only on the family tree. That's all right.
I hope their camera wasn't on.
Well, glory. Let us pray, Cricket. Yeah, no, that's right. All right. Did you finish, Dr. Mark? That took me off there for a second.
Yeah,
okay.
That sort of threw me off too there, buddy.
All right. Why does urine add pressure to one leg if you don't go to the bathroom right away?
Say that again. Why is it?
Why does urine seem to add pressure to one leg if you don't go to the bathroom right away?
It adds it to the leg?
Yeah,
to the abdomen. You mean
it's in the leg. Go to the bathroom right away. To the leg.
I wasn't expecting the leg. I was expecting the abdomen. Yeah.
No, to the leg.
It's the leg.
Oh boy. That's what it says. So
well, it's definitely this sounds like there's a backup problem going on there in the leg. A little could be edema, could be the lymphatic system's backing up, could be the kidneys. Got it. Whenever you have swelling in the legs or excess water retention, that's usually number one. You got to watch the sodium and sugar. Got it. Sodium counts are too high. And usually you're going to back up. kidneys, and also a heart problem. You got your heart slows down, starts not able to pump, so it can't pump those, that water off the legs. So if you go into the bathroom, and that's an interesting perspective. I've never heard that one. His legs filling up.
Well, yes, and spit it over the top. Okay.
So definitely, I would say, the herbals would be the ones for cleaning the kidneys.
Okay.
Got it. That would be the ones I just mentioned. I just mentioned a lot. The same ones for circulatory tend to be the same ones for the kidneys, the juniper berries,
right,
dandelion, all the ones I just gave out. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Jared, did you get back yet? Jared Anthony, did you get back? If not, we'll go to Sharice. Sharice?
All right.
All right, Sharice, you up. You're up, Sharice. There you
hear
go.
me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, everyone. I wanted to really I don't have a question. I wanted to know if anyone else on the call was suffering with the lymphatic system, because what I'm going through is crazy.
Yeah.
It's I got the swelling on my ankles, my hands, my wrists, my arms. And 1 minute, it feel like it's dissolving on my arms. I actually started the gym because I was working out on my treadmill, walking. But I started the gym because I was seeing maybe I need to do more intense workout to try to, circulate everything. And I noticed when I went to the gym, I was lifting weights, and then it was the next day, it kind of not hardened, but it was it went back to big clusters. So I'm should I not?
Yeah, stop right there. I would not do, number one, weightlifting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would not do weightlifting. That could be a problem right there. See, when you lift weights, you tear muscle down, which increases lactic acid.
Okay.
Got it? So that's not a good thing. If you're trying to cleanse out the lymphatic system, you don't want to be building up lactic acid. You got it? That would be a problem.
Okay.
So that means that's sending you back when you're trying to stay alkaline, you're getting acid because you're working out too much. And usually when you're trying to get yourself back into a certain amount of shape, start with cardio. You don't have to lift weights. There's ways that you can do cardio and get just as good or better results when you're working out than you would if you're lifting weights. Okay. Lifting weights tends to change the dynamic of your body. Yes, it does. It will change the shape. If you're trying to change your shape, that would be lifting weights, like the legs, things like the thighs. You want to strengthen your back, things like that. You got to put a little weight on it. But if you're trying to get well first. Got it? Then you start moving forward to that. Okay. So I wouldn't do too much lifting weights right now until you get your energy and your strength back. Then you can start doing what you got to do. Got it?
Okay.
So that could be a buildup of lactic acid. I mean, I'm just taking an educated guess there. Okay. So don't lift weights. I know you probably what you bench pressing over there. What you doing?
My body right.
You showing off in front of them guys. You putting them guys to shame. Man.
See?
I know.
Well,
yes, she said. She's like, y'all ain't nothing over here. Y'all ain't nothing. Get out of here.
Hey, Dr. Paul, the guys are coming to the gym and have to do this. Because I can't take it, y'all. I can't take it.
I ain't gonna lift no weights when she around. She be embarrassing people.
Dr. Paul, can I ask you another question? With you dealing with people, have you noticed how long it might take for someone that's suffering from bad lymphatic system to really
But you know what?
How long it might take?
Yep. And Sharice, I was just mentioning when I came on, is the lymphatic system is under attack. But remember, this is an unfair fight, y'all. This is an unfair fight because the fight is that they're not telling you what's in the food.
Yes, that's exactly right.
I'm telling you, I go in there with my son. You know what I'm gonna do, Big B? I'm gonna go into the market and record walking around just to show people what I see. I gotta do that.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, that would be really good.
Do. And I mean, I took my son to the market and we were walking around, and I just specifically went into the cereal department. I said, man, all of the favorite cereals we used to love when we was, little. bioengineered ingredients.
Yes, sir.
Every single one of them. I was like, man, when I was little, I used to love them Sugar Smacks. You know those Sugar Smacks?
Yeah,
You
buddy,
know,
those
the
days
Sugar
are
Bear.
gone,
You
man.
remember Sugar Bear?
Yeah, buddy.
Sugar Bear. He was cool too, wasn't he? Like,
Yeah, well.
he was really cool. I said, y'all messing with Fruit Loops. They mess with everything.
Yes,
that when
yes.
the times we grew up, it was actually dealing with real grains.
Yes.
This is not the real grains, y'all. This is not the real deal. They messing with the candy bars, all the candy bars. I'm
Man,
telling you, all your
yeah.
little trick and knickknacks and stuff that you used to get, all that stuff has changed. So what does that mean? It messes the gut up. And you mess the gut up, now your body's it's like a stagnation. It sticks in your system and you can't get this stuff out. That's why, sometimes we're going to have to go on fast, y'all. We're going to have to just grab a green drink and just green drink and water for a little bit. Till you sort of just flush out, till the stomach starts to go down a little bit. You got to sort of just, don't necessarily skip too many meals, but just, add a green drink and just keep the water going. You gotta sort of pace yourself right now. I really don't have an answer because it's a fixed fight. I look around and it's like, I'm saying to myself, there's nothing in here. I'm like, there's nothing in here that you could take that's good for you. It's all bad. And I hate to sound like that, but that is the truth of the matter. Somebody was telling me the other day, they said, Doc, I went to Whole Foods, man. I came out with nothing. I was like,
that's true.
I came out with nothing. Everything I looked at, it had canola oil in it. And then I found out that Bill Gates owns Beyond Burgers and Impossible Burgers. I mean, so you definitely ain't gonna eat that one. Definitely do not eat that one, dog. Do not eat the Impossible or those burgers.
Wow.
So I wish I had
It's a rigged fight, Dr. Paul.
It's a
That's
fixed
what
fight,
I was
y'all.
going to say. So, what's the solution? What do you eat then? What is it?
That's what I do. I
eat?
do my green drinks. That's right. I do my green drinks. And then when I do, I go and grab my greens. I go and get the number 9s, right? Get the leaves. I wash them in baking soda, aluminum free. That's it. And keep it moving. I do a lot of rice, brown and black and quinoa, multi-grain quinoa. I do a lot of fish. Got it? I try to keep it real simple. So you can put anything over a bed of rice. I'll even take squash as a bed. I'll even take lentils as a bed. I cook every night at my house. My wife sitting up there, boy, she looking up there like, what we doing? And like, she at a restaurant. She like,
wow.
She like, what we eating tonight?
Hallelujah.
Like, you're getting a little too comfortable. You be like, ain't a napkin like this.
Dr. Paul, this is Audrey Drummond.
Hey,
Hi,
Audrey, where you at, Audrey?
She's right next to you on this side. She just has a picture up.
She's so cool, girl. She normally was in a chair. She just took a picture of her sitting in a chair.
I'm outside now.
Okay.
Outside.
All right. Okay.
All right.
I wanted to say something to Sharice because I was diagnosed with lymphedema as a result of having cancer. And what Dr. Paul said is absolutely true. And the doctors have told me do not lift more than 10 pounds on my left side. And I also have a personal trainer. We do the cardio, everything that Dr. Paul said. We do the cardio. I do lift some weights, but not a lot.
Yep.
And it has helped. I do drink the Crystal Geyser water. But lymphedema is something that you just have to, mine unfortunately was hindered by surgery. But I do not have the swelling, but there are sleeves and things that you can purchase to put on your leg or on your arm to keep that swelling down.
Yep, that's right.
And if you go to Wesley Pharmacy on Eastern Road, right at Glenside Avenue, they actually measure you and make it to fit you if you need anything.
Okay, that's good.
That's great to know.
That's good information. That's the pharmacy on Eastern Road, right?
Yeah, Eastern Road, right before the train station.
Yep, good pharmacy over there. Yep,
Yeah,
yep. They
very
give
good pharmacy.
a lot of places. Yes, you can get any canes, walkers, pretty much everything you can eat over there. Fitting things that you need that can help you with support. Yes, absolutely.
And if you ever need, I go to Moss Rehab at Einstein. If I ever need lymphedema therapy, they do it there. And one thing they do, just like Dr. Paul shows us, you have to massage, because mine is on the left side. You have to massage the entire left side of my body from head to toe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they actually lay me on my right side and they actually massage from head to toe on my left to keep the system moving.
That's right. That's right.
So
good stuff. Good stuff.
Okay, I know she appreciates that.
And remember also, a lot of this has to do with the sweat glands. Remember, we talk about the pseudomotor. Got it? So you got to increase that sweat. So how do you increase your ability for you to sweat? Same time every day. Try to do it the same time every day, and increase that to the point where you're doing more cardio, where you're sweating, but at the same time, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, whenever you have to do it, try to do that. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Audrey. Appreciate you for that input. That was very good.
You're welcome.
Very good.
Also, real quick, the avocado oil that you was telling us to get from BJ's, they discontinued it, so they no longer sell it there anymore. Just FYI.
What you mean, the Earth Balance?
Yep.
Which one you go to?
I had went to the one. No, I went to the one on Roosevelt Boulevard. I mean, up Grant in the Boulevard, and I took the last couple ones that was in there, and I was asking them when they was gonna get some more in, and she was like, "It's discontinued." So I was like, "Is it only in this store?" So she pulled it up. She said, "In all the stores." Wow. She said, "Once they sell out, that's it."
Yeah, I think a lot of this has to do with shortages that are going on right now. You know, family, I just want to let y'all know we are in a shortage right now. There was an announcement that was made this week. I don't know if y'all heard about this, and it may not have hit, a lot of the mainstream, but it's been in the news all around. And that's that they said the Amorite nations, y'all know what the Amorite nations are, right? Those that actually deal with the oil, the oil makers, right?
Iraq next year.
Iraq, right? Well, not Iraq necessarily, but things like the not the Amorites, Arabs, the Arabs. Okay, the Arabs were sort of always known to have the largest oil finds on the planet, right? But they found out that they're running out of oil. That they originally were never the ones that really had it. It was always the ones. It was actually. Did you hear this, Bill? It wasn't them. It was actually they were getting it from the Russians.
Yes.
So we in trouble. We in trouble. They just told them. They just let us know that hey, they ran out of oil. They're out of oil. So now we got to go back over the. I call him Sputnik. He got to go over to the Sputnik to get it. And you need oil for everything, y'all. Even down to toys, you need oil in everything. It's the combining element that everything, the petroleum base of things, is needed in a lot of things, including hair products and everything.
Yes.
So, man, it's a lot going on, y'all.
It's getting ready to get real deep around the world, guys. Because
hope y'all got y'all solar generators. I hope you got your solar generators.
I'm working on it. If you haven't,
working on it. Y'all working on it. Yeah, like
I got mine, Dr. Paul.
Don't wait till the light go. Don't wait till the lights go out. And then y'all say, "Oh, should have got my solar generator." Get a small one. Get a small one. They got small ones.
Can we go buy them at the store, or we got to order it online?
Sure, you can buy them at the stores. Karen, you had one, right? What's the one you had? Didn't you have one solar generator somewhere? Where was the one that you saw? Was it
no, was it I showed the family at Costco several weeks ago the Jackery.
Right.
Oh yeah.
It's always on sale. But I've been looking, actually Amazon Prime Day is today, and you just reminded me, I forgot to look up the Blue Eddy to see what the
Blue
price
Eddy
is.
But, I do recommend the Blue Eddy. That's the one I recommend. It's very good.
How do you spell that?
BLUE Eddie. No,
Yeah. Eddie, Blue Eddie.
No, no, is it
Oh,
Eddie with a Y or Eddie with an IE? Eddie with the IE.
BLUE, the color
ETTI.
blue, the color blue, TTI, BLUETTI.
Oh.
I is
Oh,
in India.
Mm-hmm. It's a
Oh.
good one. It's if you're gonna do it right.
Yes.
Right.
And because you're not going to be thinking about quality when you don't have any power and you're going to have a bad one. Don't do that. Get yourself at least a weather band radio, crank radio. That's what the minimum things you can do. Crank radio, get yourself a walkie-talkie, the walkies. Keep one in the car. If your significant other drives in her or his car, have one in each car, because remember, number one thing that's going to go down is going to be cell towers. That's going to be the first thing. So the only thing going to be
going back to the solar, and maybe Karen can also. I was talking about the solar generator to someone, and being down here in Florida, and they said, well, what about if hurricane is coming and you have several days of cloudy weather? How are you going to?
Yeah, sure. They've definitely gotten past that technology and understanding. So you have solar panels that are not the ones that go on your house.
Yes.
Got it? Don't get the ones on your house. These are the ones that are expandable and they're portable. So you take them with you. And what they do,
need the sunlight, don't you?
Right, but they still
But if you don't have sunlight.
No. But there are specific solar panels that now charge even in moonlight.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Has something to do with the UVs or something that's.
Yep. It's actually it's like a dark solar panels, they call them, and they actually can. Yep, they can actually charge. See what he has right there? That's a Blue Eddie right there. And see the panels right there? Those are the 3 sets of panels that you would just sit out in the open. Now, the ones that they did sell, because I think someone asked a question a couple of weeks ago, I think in Big B, it may have been you, that if you have solar panels on your roof and you tie that to your house, I did find out that's not a good one.
Yes.
Because if there is a EM pulse or something that knocks it out, it will knock that one out.
Yes, sir.
Because they even said if you have them, don't plug them in. Plug them in, charge them, and then take them out. Because you don't want nothing plugged into the wall if something hits, if there's a solar flare or something like that. Because it could shorten out your solar generator also, but just don't plug them in. Got it? Just don't plug them in. Charge them and then don't plug them in no more. But it's a lot to think about, y'all. It's I'll tell you something.
We're just living in crazy times, Dr. Paul.
Yeah.
Down
concerning
to.
times.
Yes, I like that.
I say concerning because we don't operate in a spirit of fear.
Right.
Got it? Don't operate in a spirit of fear, because that's what that's what the enemy wants. He wants you to be in a state of panic and fear. So they feed off, negative energy feeds off of negative energy. And if you scared all the time, you ain't going to do nothing. You're going to follow. That's right. You're going to follow people. You're not going to lead anymore. You're going to follow. So leaders lead. Got it? Leaders lead. Don't be, rest assured everything's going to be all right. God said, be still and know that I am.
Yeah, I know that's right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Be still and know that I am. He didn't say jump around and do all that stuff.
I know that's right.
I got you. I'm your front. I'm your back. I'm your top. I'm the side. I got you. Don't worry about it. So just be concerned and understand where the times that we live in. Got it? That's what I would say. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
All right, before we go up to Carol, Dr. Paul, let me just remind folk, some of them have requested that they're dropping in zip codes for Dr. Lenny. Now, remember, request the list that I already have. Some of the things may be already on the list, okay? I'll try and look at it. If it's not, I'll send them what I have here that have been dropped in the chat tonight to him. He's going to update the list so that I can redo that for you, okay?
All right. I got something I want to announce. I want to announce something. I want to announce something. Is that all right if I announce this?
Go
All
ahead,
right.
renounce them.
All right, I want to announce something. All right.
Okay, get real quiet.
Drum roll. Anyway, I want to announce that I am doing a free giveaway.
Uh-oh.
Y'all like free? Y'all
I
like
know.
free?
If it's free, it's for
Y'all
me.
like free?
Wow.
Y'all like free? Got the undivided attention now, Big B.
Yes,
Free
sir. Yes,
is
sir.
free.
Hey, no, it's not quiet. It got nothing wrong.
It got real quiet.
We'll say something free. Shh.
Is there anybody on the call? Got real quiet. All right, here we go. I want to give out a free, and I'm gonna go and share. Let me see if I can go share this one. And I'm gonna show y'all what I'm looking at. And I want you to see this because this is actually going to be rolling out. This is myself, my partner, and I. Can y'all see that?
All right. Yes, sir.
Free giveaway.
Mhm.
Free giveaway.
Yes, sir.
Free giveaway. You see it?
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah.
Wow, that's cute. All right, boy.
All right. So this is the new rollout for the new packaging that we're doing, the stand-up bags, because it's a travel. It's less, it doesn't break those because the jars and things, we were having issues with them. So we said we're going to go with the stand-up bags. So here is the new NGB.
All right.
How about that? So
All
with
right.
that, to celebrate our new packaging of the new Green Bounce, we're giving away 12 bags of our Super NGB formula. Now,
All right.
gets them? Who gets them? Who
Me.
gets them? Who gets
them?
Y'all need to stop. I even hear Indy upstairs yelling. Go ahead. Who gets them? We are giving away 12 free bags of Natural Green Bounce to the first 12 people who submit a short 60 to 90-second video testimony.
All right.
Yeah. Just record your experience using our product right on your smartphone. Now, we are so grateful for choosing our brand, and your testimony would mean the world to us to keep us going on our journey. This company was started by Dr. Paul, whoever that guy is. He's a good guy. Love for him. Helping people in the community to get healthy in a natural way. So we are excited to tell as many people as possible about healing their bodies without drugs.
Yes.
Now, here's what you got to do. Write this down. This is what you got to do. Just record a 60 to 90-second video testimony right from your smartphone about your experiences using the NGB or the products. Got it? No fancy stuff. Matter of fact, I want it just raw dog. Just don't nothing else. I don't want you, fancying it up. You ain't gotta, I just want your true testimony about what you experienced. So I don't have to worry about video quality or nothing like that. Matter of fact, that really is the best thing. So text your short video to this number. This is my partner. This is Dodd Stocker Edwards. Y'all remember my partner, Dodd Stocker? Dodd will probably be on in the next couple of weeks. He'll probably be on because we're going to be rolling out a challenge. We're going to be doing another challenge, a health challenge. Okay.
Great.
So Dodd's going to be coming on. But in the meantime, call him at this number, 215-287 6388 and get your video over to him. And if you're selected, you're going to get a free NGB.
All right. That's great.
In the gold bag. In the gold bag.
That's what's up. All right. All right.
All right. You can text it over to his phone, or you can email it to Dodd, that's DODD, at pumpdog, that's PUMPDOG.com. Got it? All right. Thank you, family. Anybody interested in getting a free one? Anybody want a free one?
Why? What's up? You might get run down tonight, man.
All right. So get it over to Dodd. Get it over to Dodd. ASAP.
Breathe.
All right. So it's free. We're giving away free back. I'm giving 12 to the first 12 that we get. And then after that, we got to cut it out. So if you're interested, help us with this journey, because
That's right.
let me tell you, I can't tell you how many the people that are talking about the NGB and when they're seeing the results, and we just got to tell people because it really does make a difference. All right. Let's see. Where are we? Carol G. What's going on, Carol?
Hi, everybody. Hey, Prophetess. Hey, Big B.
Hey, Carol.
Dr. Paul. I'm the number one fan.
Hey, yes.
I got a couple of questions. If you're allergic to seafood, can you take that green drink?
Yeah, sure. No, I don't have any sea vegetables, and that means as far as seashells, I don't have no traces of seashells in anything that I do. So you're not going to get that in mind, right? What we do is we specifically have.
Come on, guys, mute yourselves. Okay, thank you. All right, here we go.
Yeah, we specifically have the raw everything. Everything is raw. What I do, I don't do any preservatives. I don't do any additives. Everything is straight from the manufacturer. So yes, there's no issues with shell or anything like that.
Okay, thank you. And another question. I had bought some oil and I was looking to see if it was unrefined, and I couldn't find unrefined, naturally refined. I couldn't find anything on it. So is it suffice to say that it's refined if you can't find anything on the bottle?
Well, when you see first cold press, it's usually unrefined, but it's also by the color. When you see the dark color of oils, that's usually the ones, because you're looking at the minerals. When it's light, you ever see the light? That's the ones that's been refined. Okay.
So yeah, I bought some sesame seed oil and I can't find. You think that's okay? Organic?
Well, you know what you can do? I know it can be a challenge because sometimes the bottles are darkened for a purpose. Usually the unrefined are also in dark bottles. You'll notice that a lot of those are in darker bottles. And first cold press, those are usually the ones that are unrefined. So the concern is when you pour them out, just make sure, look at the color, compare the colors of the oils.
And it should be dark, you're saying?
Yep, dark colors. Yep.
Okay, thank you. Last question. I was trying to get that Blue Eddy. And I can't figure out if the solar panels come with it. I mean, I'm not really computer savvy, so it's like a struggle for me.
Okay, when you go to Amazon, usually Amazon at the bottom, when you select the product, it'll say at the very bottom, here are the additives piece. If you want to add to the bundle, you can add these, because there is the one package that allow you to get the panels that come with it. So if you go into Blue Eddy, just make sure you punch in with solar panels, and it usually should pop up, or go to the very bottom and it'll add it. Because Amazon keeps selling to you. They keep selling everything.
I know.
They're going to say, if you bought this, then you're probably going to need this. You're probably going to need this. So it's additional wiring, because there's an additional solar wires that come with it also. So that's a package. There is a package on there. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Paul, for all that you do.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Cal. Appreciate you.
Okay,
yes, indeed. All right.
All right, Carol.
Nicola, you there? You're still muted, Nicola. There we go. Thank you.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Okay. The young lady that just asked about the Blue Yeti, I just put it in my cart. It's $8.99 with the solar panels, but they have a coupon, and that'll make it $7.99.
All right, that's a good one.
Okay,
you got a coupon.
Yeah, for $100.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So,
there you go.
Okay. All right. So, I was going to. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give my testimony. But I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win the 12 bags.
Take care of that.
Not 12 bags.
Wait,
One
you're
bag.
not getting 12 bags. Let me make
She's
sure.
not getting 12, just one bag.
Y'all something.
Oh,
boy.
it's one bag.
One bag.
One testimony.
There will be 12
One testimony.
She's gonna do 12 testimonies so she can get all 12 bags. That takes care of that.
Y'all just trying to get the Super Bowl, ain't y'all?
I'll get those 12 bags.
I want the
Okay.
whole dozen. I want the whole dozen.
I will take the one bag. I will be happy to take the one bag. But anyway, I do have a testimony from the beginning of the year when I first joined the family tree. You guys were doing the 40-day fast. And with that, I got introduced to the NGB. And I just want to say it has been working really good. My blood pressure, I started doing it because my blood pressure was like 140/80 with medication. Now my blood pressure is like 116.
Wow. Let's give her a hand, y'all.
That's what's
Everybody
up.
come off mute right now and
Yes,
give her
yes, yes,
a
yes,
hand.
yes, yes.
And congratulations.
Congratulations.
Okay, so that's
Great.
really
Congratulations.
good. And on top of that, I have lost 43 pounds.
Wow.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Now that's what's up. That's what's up.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Okay.
Congratulations.
That's
And
amazing.
I'm not done yet. I think I want to do 17 more pounds.
Oh, wow.
But this is what I want. I do take blood pressure medicine. And sometimes, because I walk either 2 to 3 miles every morning. But I notice when I'm walking, if I take that blood pressure, I can feel, if I take the blood pressure medicine, I can feel it drop like instantly. It's like, because I always do my green drink before I go for my walk. And if I take the medication, my pressure will drop so low. It's just scary. So my question is, when do I stop taking the medication?
Okay, this is where you have to start to now know your numbers. See, you know your numbers better than anybody. Got it? This is where I always talk about. Yep, and if you chart, see, you got to start bringing up this conversation. If your goal is to get off medication, you got to know yourself better than your doctor, anybody and everybody. So when you know your numbers and when you go in and your numbers are consistently low like that, you're taking control of your situation. You got to start to bring you down off of that because you can't go too low. Got it? But like you're saying, that's dangerous when it comes drops like that. Because now we know that your pressure is being adjusted. And then when you take the medication, you see the numbers come down. See, that's not good. You got to make sure you start having that conversation right away. You know, you need to have that conversation with your doctor right away, you know, saying, look, you got to start bringing me down off of this because this is what's happening. Got it?
Right.
See, no one can tell you how to transition but you. That's why I tell folks, they say, well, how do I do it? I said, well, that's up to you, but you got to know your numbers. So that means that when you have a log of numbers so that the doctor can see this, he's eventually going to say, well, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. You got to come off of that. Because that's the whole purpose is that is to bring it down. You don't want it too high, pressing on the, you know, the vessels and things. So if you're now in those numbers that you're saying, you're doing wonderful. So you need to start to make that move to have that conversation, I'll say.
Yes.
I tried to have the conversation with the doctor. And I told her about my weight loss. I told her about my morning walks. I told her when I first get up in the morning, I take my pressure and it's already lower than it was when I was taking when I take the medication. So the only thing she said was, don't take the medication before you do your walk.
Okay. So my question would be, if that happens, if you were to do what she says, still monitor yourself. Got it? See, you need to know the pre and post of what she's talking about so that you can, if she asks you a question, you can say, well, that's not working. That's not going to work for me. Got it? So you gotta take her point and do it and see what happens. See, remember I said, know yourself. You got to know yourself better than them. See, if she's bringing her perspective into the equation, so you have to now say, well, you got to prove whether if her perspective is working or not. You know, if it's not working, then that's not going to work. The only other alternative is to pull you off of it. That's it, or lower the number, or lower the milligrams. Yeah.
Okay, I did, and I'm gonna get her out the way in a minute. I did do exactly what she said. I get up in the morning, I do my green drink, and then I go for my walk. And I don't feel, when I don't take the medicine, I don't feel the drastic drop. I can do my walk, my energy is up, everything is good. When I come back, everything is still really, really good. And then I'll check it throughout the day because I can't believe it. And then I'd be like, maybe I should just take it anyway. What if it just go back up?
Nicola, I just got one more thing to say to you. You are the president of the corporation.
I know that's right.
That's all I got to say. You are the president of the corporation, and what you say goes. Got it? If you don't have a come out, if you don't have, you have to take initiative. Got it? And the only way you can pull off of this stuff is that you know yourself better than anybody. So you're doing it the right way. If there's anything I can lend to you of understanding, you're doing the right thing. So
can I interject something, Dr. Paul? This is Nitha.
Yes.
Just because I wasn't clear if she did say this or not, she needs to check her pressure before she walks.
I do.
Okay, and then check it when you come back, right after your walk.
Yeah.
I do.
Before
in the morning, because I'm still charting like we did from the beginning. And I chart and it's like 120. It's already low before I even take the medication. And when I go for the walk, it gets lower, but I don't feel that drastic.
Yeah,
like when I'm walking, I can feel it drop.
Yeah, that's circulation. Your circulation is in good shape. That's it. So,
you might want to put that medication to the test. Maybe not take it one day.
Well, right. See the way we transition, where you transition off of it is, and this is where I tell folks, you got to figure out what's working for you. Got it? So if you're taking regularly the medication, how many times you take it? Once a day or twice?
I take two different kinds. I take one in the morning and one in the evening.
Right. So what she's saying, what Diane is saying is exactly what we talk about. You can start to now, when you know your numbers, you start to wean off. So you're doing your greens and things. So one day you say, all right, well, we're not going to take the whole thing. We're doing part of it or something like that. And then that's what she's talking about. And then you're kind of seeing, but you got to know your numbers. Okay. The key is you know your numbers. So it's almost like people get to that point like you want to follow directions, but you don't want, but and right now you're very close to weaning off. I think you need a conversation. You need another conversation with your doctor. Yeah. That's what I think. I believe you need another conversation because the evidence is right there. You can't, it's very evident that you are transitioning off of this. Your pressure is better.
Yeah, but Dr. Paul, now this is crazy. Maybe I need to change doctors too, because when I was at 20 pounds, when I was doing the detox. So I was at 20 pounds. We was coming right off the pandemic. Right. I went to the doctor. She weighed me and she said, "Oh, you lost a lot of weight." So she haven't seen me since then. But now I've even lost more.
Right.
So this is what her question was. Right. What made you do that?
Well, you can tell her exactly what you're doing. You're feeding the body. You feed the body and the body corrects itself 11 times faster, because when you start to do that, your thyroid comes into balance. Your thyroid regulates weight, temperature, and pressure.
Yes.
Got it? That's your thyroid. Weight, temperature, and pressure. So when you start to take all those greens, which got a lot of sea vegetables in it, guess what? You bouncing that thyroid. And that thyroid is finally saying, all right, well, we got what we need now. We can do what we got to do. So, but whenever you introduce something that's foreign to me, I don't know what that is, you're throwing me off balance again. You see what I'm saying? There has to be a conversation. Got it?
Well, now I do notice if I eat anything that that I hadn't been eating since the detox, I get diarrhea instantly.
Right, because it's
I
your
had to
body
go.
saying, your body's saying, I can't accept nothing but the truth. All right. So, Dakota, we got to get ready to get to the last folks because we're about to end off. So,
All
thank
right.
you so much. Have that conversation. Okay. Don't be
All right.
scared. Don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. All right. Don't
All
be
right.
scared.
Right
All right.
next there is Jackie. Jackie, you there?
Yes,
Jackie,
I'm
there
right
we go.
here.
All right,
Thank
go
you.
ahead.
Hi, Dr. Paul. I went to the doctor and he says I have a kidney stone, but it's not really bothering me. It's not a problem. And so I need to know how to get rid of kidney stones. He said there's certain foods I shouldn't eat. And he said not to eat nuts, not to eat spinach. And I forgot what else. But so I need to know what food should not eat. And is there any way to get rid of this kidney stone?
Yeah, we do a kidney flush. I don't know if you were on when we did the kidney flush, but we do have a kidney flush. Yep. I don't know if fingers, you got something over there. I mean, she's working on it. She's already working on it. She flew up one finger, so the other fingers must be working.
Boy.
So we do have a kidney flush, and it deals with like a half a cup of lemon juice, half a cup of I think they even have in there like a grapefruit juice. Got it. And then you put in like a garlic clove. Am I right?
Give me a second. My system is moving very slow tonight. Else you know I would have had it up there by now. So when she said kidneys.
So whenever you talk about kidneys, you're dealing with things like celery. Got it? Not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent disease, just food for the soul. Just things like things that flush the kidneys are things like celery juice. Also things like juniper berries. That formula, I'm gonna give it off the top of my head. It was like you got it?
I got it.
Read it off to her. Can you read it off to her?
As soon as I get it highlighted. Half a cup of fresh number 9 lemon.
Okay.
A half a cup of fresh number 9 grapefruit. 1 garlic clove or a teaspoon of garlic powder or minced garlic. 1 teaspoon of ginger root. A pinch of cayenne pepper.
Okay.
With 4 to 6 ounces once or 2 times daily. If you are on metformin, skip the grapefruit juice.
Yep.
No, I'm not on any medicine. Okay.
Okay,
The
good.
only thing we don't know, Dr. Paul, is if we should be adding this to water or is this just pure juice?
This is just to pure juice, but you can add the crystal geyser water if you need to. Yeah, some people may need to add a little bit more water to it, but that's what we would use as a flush. That's a kidney flush right there.
Okay.
Got it?
And so you say, can I just use celery juice too, or no? This is the flush. I need this.
Yeah, you can use either or. The options are there. So you have that, your celery. Okay. You have this formula here, the kidney flush. I gave you one of the herbs, the juniper berries. There's another one called stone root, dandelion. Those are all options. Yep. Those are all options to keep it, but you got to get your water right. Got it. The key is that the water is a pivotal part of everything. The water's got to be spot on. See, calcification happens. Calcification happens when there's a lack or presence of magnesium. Got it? Or in this case,
it's a lack of magnesium.
Yep,
okay.
Lack of magnesium. That means greens. Green drink. You go keep popping that green drink, keep popping up. Yep.
Okay.
If you start to do the greens, that's the hydrogen, magnesium base. And that's what starts to now open the door for calcium to be absorbed into the body. But when there's a lack of presence of magnesium, calcification starts to happen. That's in your joints. It can happen in your liver. It can happen in your kidneys, in different places.
Okay, because I also have a constant pain now, which I've never had before, and I don't take any medicine. But in my bottom left foot, the bottom part, the back part, I don't know what that's called, and it's just constant pain, like a sharp pain. So, what could that be coming from? Is that
No, you would have
calcification?
you would have to do an assessment for that. Yeah, you would have to see what's going on. If it's a structural issue, we would just be speculating right now. So you would definitely, if you have kidney issues, you got to keep it flushed. You got to flush it out. Okay, the stones can be very painful. Anybody ever had a kidney stone?
I had it. I've had kidney stones twice,
Mm-hmm.
believe it or not. My first one, I was only 15. So it's back again. But so what he was saying is certain foods. So what foods should I avoid? He told me spinach and nuts, and I was eating nuts every day. Like I love pistachios and cashews. So
now he's telling you spinach.
Yeah, he said no spinach,
Mm.
no nuts, no spinach, and I forgot what else he said. He's supposed to mail out a list.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you stay in alkaline. That's it. You got to stay alkaline. And I don't agree with the spinach, though. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't agree with that one. See,
okay, so I can't eat my spinach because I love spinach.
Yeah, I just think that probably the studies that he's basing that off of is dealing with conventional spinach, not organic spinach. Usually when they do their numbers and they come back, it's conventional, and the conventionals are sprayed. So that's the problem. It's the spray pesticide that's on it when they test it. So it's a slanted test. It's not good. So when you get it, you make sure you get it. If you see a test, if anybody said that they say you can't eat this, well, show me the study. And when you see the study, it better say organic. Don't give me one. If it doesn't say organic, then that nullifies the whole test, because you're probably using conventional because you never considered that there's a difference between conventional and organic. You never thought about it. And in most cases, that's where all of those are. That's when they do with all the tests. They never do it with saying, oh, we took organic, non-sprayed, non-modified, all non-GMO. They never say that. So spinach, I don't agree with it, because vitamin K and all those things, you need it if it's the organic ones. That's going to flush. There's nothing else you can get that would clean you out faster than
I know that's right.
spinach.
Cleans like a white tornado. Well,
what's the matter with him? Ain't he seen Popeye? What's the matter with him?
Oh boy.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Jackie.
Okay, Jackie.
All right,
thank you,
Jackie. We gotta get ready to go, y'all.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure. I know we got some folks left over.
Dr. Paul, can I say something real quick? I'm sorry, I wanted to get here earlier. I took an international flight, and I took the green drink in my carry-on. You know, they pulled me out of line, and they brought over a machine to test the green drink.
Yeah, you're not supposed to take it on the carry. Come on, Anthony.
Yes.
You know better than that. You can't take a bottle of
Anthony, the one that they didn't put you up against the wall.
Anything in the jar. I would have pulled you over.
Oh,
Get
Lord.
over there, man. What's the matter with you blowing this $3 ring out here?
Oh my.
They're gonna test you, and they probably said, "This is pretty good. Where you get this from?"
Oh my.
Dr. Paul?
Did they take it from you?
Good night, everyone.
All right.
Questions in the chat, did they get answered?
Questions.
Bye,
Prophetess.
The questions
Listen.
get answered in the
Okay,
chat?
thank you, Prophetess. I know you gotta go, and I'm sorry because they just throwing me off tonight on that one. I'm sorry.
I just wanted to know if the
Let's
questions
give
get
Prophetess
answered.
a hand, y'all. Let's
Hey,
give
listen,
Prophetess a hand. Thank
real
you so
good.
much.
Hey guys, and by the way, for those of you who still had your hands up, please put your questions in the chat, because I'll forward them to Dr. Paul. We'll try and get those answers for you, and then I'll email them to you.
Anthony,
Okay.
I'm gonna get you, man. You threw me off.
And if you need a copy of the chat, Brother Paul Bill's email is in the chat.
Yes, it is.
All right. So
Yes, it is.
Did
Okay.
they confiscate his green drink? He didn't answer.
I know. I wanted to find out.
No, they didn't confiscate it.
They
No,
just
they
gave
didn't
it back
confiscate
to
it. They gave
you?
it back to me.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
good. Good.
All right,
They know
that's
good
good.
stuff
That's
when
good.
they
That's
see
good
it. They
thing. That's
say,
good
"Go
thing to
ahead,
know.
boy."
And listen, real quick, guys, bear in mind, Dr. Lenny was on tonight. He was listening. And again, for those of you who had those zip codes, who may not be on the list, make sure you put those in the chat so I can add them to the list because he's going to update his list. Okay. And again, if you want to get a copy of tonight's chat, make sure you send an email to me at mechavideo I will get ready to say Comcast, and mechavideo@gmail.com. That's mechavideo@gmail.com. And to keep us supported, come on, get this real quick. If you want to keep us supported, make sure you use Dr. Paul's Cash App, okay? That's $ Dr. Paul Hop, $ Dr. Paul. And if you're going to use Zelle for your bank, that's at the ID is Dr. Paul or drpaulherbs.com, or you can use our P.O. Box number, which is send any of those donations to Bill Morgan. That's P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey 08062. All right, I want to make sure we get that in so we can get everything out to you, back to you, so that I don't get beat
All
up.
right, let's give Big B a hand over there. Thank you, Big B.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Big
Thanks,
B.
buddy.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right.
I want to thank y'all so much for hanging in with me.
Always.
You know, this has been a blast. Sorry we had the little thing this early when we first started on, but you
That's
can
all
still
right.
get that. Everything we talked about, you can get it over there, and Big B is going to put it up there. And remember, any donations that we do go back to setting up the production for keeping this thing going. So I applaud you, and I thank you so much for all those that are helping us with this thing. Just go tell somebody. Everybody bring somebody next week, all right?
That's right.
God bless y'all.
All right. God bless.
And remember, if you're breathing,
You got a shot. Hey.
God. All right. All right, we're going to see you dance, so put your hands together. Come on.
Where's Margaret? Hey, where Margaret be? I know she's right here. All right. All right. All right. Oh, yeah.
All right,
And that makes
y'all looking good. Y'all looking good. Hey, continue to do the things that you're doing. All right, tap it out, tap it out, tap it out. Let's go, Mark. Hurry up. Come on, tap it out. On the top of the head, that's right. And breathe, and breathe, and breathe, and breathe. Come on down, come on down, come on down. To the temple, to the temple. Good, good. Come on down, come on down. To the chin. Tapping all that good stuff out of there, right? Come on down. Right to the collarbone, right into the collarbone, right there. I want to show y'all a new move real quick. I want to show you a move right quick. This move is like this. I'm going to slide over here. If you take your fingers like this, right?
I can't see you.
Can you see me? What do you mean you can't see me? You can't see me? Right here. Testing 1, 2, right here.
Yeah. I see you. I see you. I see you.
Take your fingers right here and right under the collarbone. I want you to press right here, just right there. If you press right there and then walk your fingers down like this, like this, you walk down like that, guess what? That releases mucus out of your lungs.
All right. All right. That's what's up.
Wow. That right
That's
there.
what's up.
That's the pressure point for releasing mucus out of the lungs. So you mash right here. No, not that part that's going on, right here.
Right here.
In the front, right feel the bone right here. Collarbone. Come just under that bone right there. Left and right side. Mash right there and breathe.
Yeah.
That's the lymph. That's the lymph pressure point for removing
Compasión, dulzura, este momento.
Wow, right there.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Para los dos, siente cada
Sometimes if you hit it in the right spot, you can feel it in your back. There you go. Press right there. All right. Tap that. Tap that. Tap that. Tap that. Tap that. You can't see me. All right. Well, we tapping the hand. We tapping the hand. Tapping the hand. In the inside. In the inside. All right. Go on the other side. Marcy, you doing this? Go ahead.
Hey guys, change your view to standard and you'll be able to see everything. Change your view to standard, you'll see Dr. Paul. Change your view to standard and you'll be able to see Dr. Paul. Yes.
Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Some of y'all ain't doing it. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe in.
Say what?
Breathe out. And clap it up. Clap it up.
Oh, there you are.
Clap it up. All right, we're trying to get that energy, right? When you clap a few times, then you start to rub them hands together. Rub them together. Get that energy going, right? Rub it together. Rub it together.
All right now, huh?
Get that heat going. Get it going. Come on. Faster. Take it. And then you want to take that heat, put it all over your body. Good, don't it? That's an energy bath. That's an energy bath. We always check just in case you didn't have a bath today. All right. Rub together. Martha, you yawning over there. You can't go to bed.
I know.
See, it's relaxing. Yes. Here you go. Go ahead, Margaret. You got a new dance now. Oh, she got a new one. You see that? All right, one more. And then you take it and you put the top one over the bottom one and you rub the top one and you should start to feel some energy there. You feel that energy? Every week you get stronger, right? Take that last bit.
Ámame con dulzura, amor. Sé que antes jamás pudiste hacerlo.
Yes, yes,
Que en la
yes.
noche
Amen.
aparezca el sol. El calor nos eleva por dentro.
Yeah, get it, Zach. Victory.
El pensamiento ante ti pierdo la razón.
Yeah, buddy, as always. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
One bag.
Nicole, she gonna send out 12 videos there. Go ahead, Nicole.
She's gonna say 12 videos, right?
Yeah, Nicole, she's doing 12 videos. We're messing with her, boy.
All right, we're gonna end this off, and we got a countdown. All right.
Here we go now.
All right, we got a countdown. We want to do a countdown. Who wants to do the countdown? Anybody want to do a countdown? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good night,
All right. All right, now. All right, do the Margaret.
There you go. Boy, y'all jamming on Zoom, boy. Let me tell you. Some of y'all really got y'all rhythm together. All right. Everybody have a blessed evening. Get some sleep, right?
I know that's right. Bam!
Even the dog sat up there. He's backing me now.
And they say, and he's calling your name.
Yes, he is. All right.
All right,
See
man.
y'all later.
All right, God bless.